Well, the Cota is exhibiting what can definitely be described as a disinclination to start. The chap I bought it from did tell me it was hard to start, and I can confirm it. Unfortunately, the hill I have is not steep enough for a good bump start, so it's dependent on me being able to run, which I can't do very well. Having looked at the plugs, I'm inclined to think that it's a fuel issue. So the amyl is going to come off. I'll have a little bit of a look at that, a bit of an inspection of the condition of the amyl. I also want to have a look at that plug length that I mentioned the other day. So it's off with his head.
So having now taken the head off, we've revealed a couple of really interesting things. To begin with, there's an incredible amount of pitting in the top of the head, and I'm reliably informed by my old mate Jim that that's the result of a big end basically failing catastrophically and all of its components getting hurled up towards the combustion chamber. The other fascinating thing is that white pasty looking stuff we can see there. I'm pretty convinced that instead of a head gasket they've put a household sealant in there. So I don't think that would have made a terribly good gasket, and I'm starting to get pretty happy that I didn't get to start the bike.
So we've also made some progress on the spark plug issue today. Earlier on I mentioned two conflicting recommendations on spark plugs from different parts manuals for this. Well, you can see in there the BP7ES plug is protruding well through into the combustion chamber. So it would seem that the correct plug for this is the shorter reach B6H. So it's all terribly interesting. The bike is confirming my earlier suspicions. It's been thrown together by someone who didn't know what they were doing. There's no real tension on any of the bolts on the head or the manifold. And underneath the head, between the head and barrel, the only evidence of a gasket is a sort of white paste. I think it feels like household silicone sealant, which wouldn't have made a very good head gasket. So everything tells me that it was a really happy accident that I couldn't manage to get this bike started in any meaningful way. If I had done, I think there would have been a lot of subsequent damage. So I will press on with my investigations and see what other oddball aspects of this bike I can find. Looking forward to that.